years before they finally relinquished it.
There is Vincent Collet, the head coach of the French national team. France will be in blue, Germany in white. What are you going to be looking for as this one starts off, John?
You know, the guy I'm kind of watching is Andreas Obst, because he really hurt the U.S. with his shooting when they played last year. And I think he's a guy that you need to stretch out this French defense. I know Wembanyama isn't there, but Rudy Gobert is still awesome in the middle. Like, you have to get these guys spaced out. I think Mo Wagner is going to try to do that. Voigtman can make a three. I think they're going to try to keep him out high and pull Gobert away from the rim, and we'll see how effective that tactic can be.
And you mentioned Andreas Obst. He had 24 points in that game against the United States in the FIBA World Cup semifinals and had a huge three late to put the Germans up for an eventual 113-111 win. Again, this is the third of 6 exhibition games leading up to the Olympics for France. They will face Serbia on Friday, then they will finish up with Canada and Australia. So a murderer's row of opponents for the French as they get ready for the Olympics. All right, here we go. And Germany will win the tap, and here's Dennis Schroeder.
Our first surprise is the outcome of that jump ball, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. Dennis Schroeder, as Gobert, who did not win the tap, does get the rebound.
Missed the shot, but he got right downhill to the rim. I mean, for your Germany, I think you're pretty happy with that look.
It was a pretty good attempt for sure. Fans into this one, played in Montpellier. Step back for Strazel. You're talking about him, John.
That was pretty impressive. The footwork on that, and then good-looking shot.
The step back on
Schroeder.
On
Schroeder, too.
Averaged 6.5 points, nearly 3 assists per game for the French Pro A champion, AS Monaco. Franz Wagner with the pass. Fouls on the floor. Bucket won't count.
Yeah, back cut against Batum. That was nice. Yeah, you say 6 points a game. That Monaco team was loaded this year, though.
Yes. Yeah, in that backcourt, Elia Kobo and the EuroLeague all-time leading scorer Mike James, who had a little cup of coffee in the NBA, played a couple of years. Brooklyn Nets being one of those teams as it goes out of bounds. They're going to give it to France
based on Wagner's reaction.
Yeah. Gordon Herbert, the head coach of Germany, he was the coach when they won the World Cup and took bronze at Eurobasket 2022. There's Obst, who gets called for the foul. Obst denying Strazel the basketball.
Yeah, Germany turned up the pressure a little here.
Gobert. Koulibaly over to Strazel, hit 1-3. Oh, that one in and out.
It's a good look.
Germany pushing. Yeah. Wagner just off on the three.
Obst just gripping and ripping. Was that Obst or Wagner?
Yeah. That could, let's see. Yeah, you're right. That was Obst. My mistake. The number's a little tough to tell from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. That was Obst. Going to Gobert inside. And draws the foul on Mo Wagner.
It is funny to see how much more France posts up Gobert than any of his NBA teams have done.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Does play with his back to the basket a lot for Vincent Collet. Foul on Mo Wagner. 2-year, $22 million deal with the Magic for Wagner. What'd you think of that deal, John?
Yeah, pretty fair. They declined a team option so they could, kind of have the option to use the cap space however they wanted, and then they had 11 million left over when they were done with everything else they were doing. So they signed to another deal with another team option next year. So they might be able to go back and do the same thing next year. Realistically, I think as long as Franz is there, Mo is probably going to be there too. We'll see. I mean, it's not like with the Antetokounmpo brothers. I mean, Mo is a pretty good player in his own right. Went headhunting on Strazel just there, but shot was blocked at the rim. Looks like we have a late foul call on Batum. Wow.
Very late foul call.
That would be two on him.
Schroeder's headband got messed up. Big finger wag. Let's see. He whacked him upside the head.
I mean, yeah, looks like he got him in the eye with the follow through on the shot challenge. Yeah, I mean yeah. Batum's upset because the whistle was so late, but that's a legitimate call.
So Schroeder to the line, the MVP of the World Cup last year when he averaged 19 points per game. With the Brooklyn Nets.
Kevin is our international rules expert here. I believe there's no challenge, right, in the Olympics?
That's a good question. I believe you are correct. He at least didn't have any challenges in the France-Turkey game. Not that there was much to challenge in a 50-point win.
Yeah. The only challenge in that game was, will Turkey score a basket?
Yeah. I mean, they made 11 field goals for the entire contest.
Turkey not in the Olympics and kind of sent their C team to scrimmage against France.
Yeah, they did not have no Furkan Korkmaz, no Omer Yurtseven, none of the guys who are currently in the NBA.
Şengün. Yeah.
Şengün, yep. Here's Courdigny. 1 point lead for the French. Strazel inside. Good low post defense by Voigtman.
He's done a nice job denying post catches to Gobert and making him work for it.
Point Wagner turns it over, and it leads to a putback for Coulibaly.
About time we got some points. That was we're off to it looked like we were getting a field position battle here for a while there.
It was a one-run game.
Another foul 40 feet from the hoop. Had a few of those already.
Certainly a physical start. It was a physical game on Saturday. A little kerfuffle, I guess you could say, between Evan Fournier and Dennis Schroeder. They made up after, but you put on that national team jersey. Ups the intensity for sure.
Yeah, I mean, historically, a wee bit of a rivalry between Germany and France, right? There's Yabusele, the former Boston Celtic, I believe.
The dancing bear himself. 2 years with the C's. Strazel. 3 goes off.
Looks like their strategy is to go under against him and make Strazel beat them.
Strazel nearly getting the steal.
That's a double dribble. Yep. Oh, man. Yeah. Yep, that's the right
they
call.
Called it.
That's good defense by Strazel getting into Schroeder's dribble.
Yeah. That's probably one reason why he was elected to the final 12. Another guy that they have, Andrew Albisi, a 5'10 guard known as a pest of a defender. He's on the team for that reason. Strazel, 36% three-point shooter. Goes to Yabusele, who can certainly hit it. Plays with Real Madrid in EuroLeague and the ACB. Voigtman on the handoff. Oops. Wasn't sure if that was a lob.
That was a lob, and it had no chance at all. Trying to lob over Gobert to get the ball to Mo Wagner. Might want to go bounce pass on that next time.
Yeah. Voigtman the foul. on Gobert.
Just 2 points for Germany still.
Played close to 4 minutes in this one. A little more than 4 minutes, I should say. Yabusele. He was a mid-first round pick of the Celtics, 16th overall. 8 years ago. Nearly lost it. Rumbling inside. Gets stood up in a travel.
Yeah, I went to see Yabusele play in Po, France, in the south of the country. It's kind of not a place you just like end up passing through. Like you have to really want to get there.
What was your? What'd you think of Yabusele as a draft prospect?
I was a little surprised he went in the first round, to be honest. Like he definitely had some impressive physical traits, but feel for the game was maybe a little behind at that point, and he didn't shoot it as well as he shoots it now either. So
Gotcha.
I don't know. I guess we were a little surprised to see him go where he went, but here's Evan Fournier in the game.
And
still
out
no
of bounds.
NBA contract for this year.
Yeah, what do you think the market is for him?
I mean, he's a minimum guy at this point, but I do think he still belongs in the league. Certainly the Knicks kept him well rested the last 2 years, but I would say like he showed in Detroit at the end of last year, like he can still play.
Great
Another really
contest by
good
Strizel.
defensive stand. Yep. I think Schroeder thought he was going to be able to get to that jump shot easily and was surprised to see Strizel's hand in his face. And if he didn't pull that ball back and double pump it, Strizel was going to block it.
Now, you mentioned this is a guy who could potentially play in the NBA in the future. 4:59 to go first quarter. What could an Olympic run showing this kind of defense do for Mathieu Strizel?
Yeah, I think what it does is he gets him on everyone's list to see during the course of next season, and then becomes a guy that maybe teams try to bring over summer of 25 if he has a good year. I think a lot of this is just like it's almost a branding exercise, and just to show that you can play at this kind of level. I mean, teams definitely do scout this tournament, so.
Here he is. Bouncing it off for Fournier. Good hustle, Yabusele. Low scoring affair to start this one. Bounced into Gobert. Got a little bit of
That should have
rim.
been a shot clock violation. I don't think that hit the rim.
I thought it might have grazed iron. He does draw the foul on Leon Kratzer. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he didn't catch the rim. Yeah.
Yeah, on the way back. Not a pretty looking shot, but it did the job.
Not the most artful, but
Yeah.
Kratzer is
Gobert
definitely
really-
a guy who's. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, John.
I was saying Kratzer's definitely a guy who's out there. He has 5 fouls and he will use them.
Yes. Plays with Paris Basketball, who will be joining EuroLeague next year after winning Euro Cup. Rudy Gobert was going to say, John, really kind of redeeming himself in the media's eyes this year for his Defensive Player of the Year kind of year. A bit of a down year in year one for him in Minnesota, but really turned on the Jets, at least from a media perspective this year, for the year he had with the Timberwolves and helping lead them to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, I thought they really figured out how to play with two bigs together with him and Towns, which is something they struggled so much, especially at the beginning of that 22-23 season. They really struggled with that. When Towns went out, I thought it helped Gobert kind of get in a little more of a rhythm with the other guys on Minnesota. And then when Towns came back toward the end of that 23 season, it went more smoothly with the two of them, and that really set up all the success they had in 23-24.
So Frank Ntilikina, former top 10
Ntilikina.
pick of the Knicks, making an appearance.
got an
guarding
all-mixed
Maudo
backcourt
Low.
here with Ntilikina and Fournier. An all New York backcourt matchup. Lowe went to Columbia.
That's right. 4 years, a Columbia Lion. Shot fake, and the three way off. That's Nick Weiler-Babb. His brother Chris Babb had a cup of coffee in the NBA. Ntilikina to Fournier, wide open.
That was nice. Little flare screen out of the guard action. Germany's going to take a timeout. They still have 2 points. They can't score.
2 points in 6 minutes and 14 seconds. We will take the break with them. Come back in a minute as France has a 12-2 lead over Germany. Two points. They haven't hit a three yet today.
Yes, that is an astute observation. They need Ope so much to stretch the floor for them because they just don't have a lot of other shooting. They just threw the ball off Kratzer's face and out of bounds, which is not really good either. But you see Bonga's in the game. He can make a three, but he's more of like, he's not a movement shooter. He's a guy standing still. If he's left open, yeah, he can make it. But this is Germany's biggest weakness, I think. It's actually France's biggest weakness, too, is just the outside shooting on these teams is not that threatening. Now, with France, their defense is so awesome that it might not even matter. But Germany, I think, depends a little more to get that spacing, and then it opens the floor for Schroeder and Franz Wagner to get to the rim.
They're 0 for 2 from three. Make them 1 for 3. Maudo Low. Right on
there was
cue.
A whistle beforehand, maybe?
Let's see. Maybe Matthias Lasol.
Injury substitution looks like.
Yeah, might have a cut on his hand,
Matthias
or maybe former draft pick.
Drafted by the Wizards. I believe his rights have been traded a couple times since then. I'm not sure who owns them now.
We talked about the Knicks earlier. The Knicks hold his rights.
Yeah, well, speaking of the Knicks, there's a misadventure dribbling by Ntilikina, but it ends up okay. Koulibaly can't hit the three.
Here's Nick Weiler-Babb. They leave him open. And back-to-back threes for Germany.
As I was saying, Germany is a great shooting team, and that is their biggest weapon.
Nick Weiler-Babb plays professionally for Bayern Munich.
They finally got a couple to go down, so good for them.
They just needed us to mention it. There's the one from Low.
It's interesting kind of watching these second-line guys for Germany, though, because I think it's still a little open who's going to be that next group. I mean, obviously, the two Wagners and Schroeder are going to start, right? But who's kind of the next line guys that come in? Is it Bonga? Is it, Niels Giffey from UConn, who we saw a lot in the last World Cup, who hasn't played yet today? It's who are the backups? It's going to be Kratzer. It's going to be Johannes Thiemann. Is Daniel Theis going to factor into this? Like, there's still some questions here, I think, about who else is part of this rotation. And the other weird thing, they have another NBA player, Maxi Kleber, who is not part of this team and was not part of the World Cup team either.
He dealt with injuries a good chunk of this year, Maxi. Weiler-Babb beating the shot clock. That one's not tipped home by Kratzer. Yeah,
that was a really good drive and dish, and then the problem was that it looked like De Silva there. Was that who that was caught the ball and saw Rudy Gobert and wanted no part of him. So kicked the ball out and kind of had to reset rather than going up for a paint shot.
Ntilikina for three, and De Silva the rebound. Maudo Low.
Nice little crossover there.
Spinning.
Boy, sure looked like
short on that one for
the
former. Yeah, the former Philadelphia 76ers summer leaguer. Unable to get the two.
Now it looks like Albasi, the guy you were mentioning before, was actually on the defense there against Lowe.
Yeah. Yeah, good on-ball defender. He guarded Kemba Walker closely in the World Cup quarterfinals a few years ago, 2019 World Cup. And the French medaled, got bronze. A disappointing World Cup for the French last year, finishing 18th. Lesor back in, and an easy finish.
Nice little left-handed hook shot there.
Lesor drafted 50th overall originally by Philadelphia in 2017.
And he's actually playing center right now.
Yeah. Small ball lineup for the French. De Silva knew it was off. Pushing with Ntilikina. And Gershon Yabusele off target. But an offensive rebound for Fournier. Oh, nice fadeaway.
Fournier. When was the last Evan Fournier post-up basket?
That's a great question.
That was nice. Dropped a little, like almost like a dream shake there. Spun back and went up with it.
Maudo Lowe answering back. His second three. You mean to tell me Monty Williams wasn't drawing up any Evan Fournier post touches?
There's a bomb from Fournier, more familiar territory.
Yeah.
Looks like we got a foul underneath. Oh, that's a killer. 1.2 seconds left.
Yeah, 7-point lead for the French. And will be free throws for Gershon Yabusele.
Are we going to have the same DJ at the Olympics?
I hope so. That's a good question. You putting in any requests, John?
I'm just he's been doing a nice job here. I don't want to meddle.
Here comes the second for the Dancing Bear. One for two, and that'll do it. I wonder if they'll give Yabusele credit for a block there. That'll do it for the first quarter. 19-11, France over Germany. We're going to take a break. Come on back with the second quarter here on NBA YouTube and the NBA app.
Let's go.
Basket. It was funny. They got Schroeder right downhill to the rim on the first play of the game, and he missed that floater, and nothing else has really been close inside the arc since then.
Well, start of the second quarter. There's Fournier. Getting the screen from Lesor. And that one thrown away. Lesor thought he was going up for the shot. Fournier passed it to the back of his jersey.
Yeah, Fournier should have gone up with it because I don't think Lesort was even open. Wagner stayed with him the whole time.
And John, what do you think Germany needs to get going from inside the arc?
Well, it's interesting because they have their backup guards in, because their best way to get something going inside the arc is with Schroeder getting downhill, but he's not in the game. But there's another way to do it, a nice little high-low action between the two Wagners.
Franz with the reverse. And there's the first two-pointer of the game
basket
for Germany. Get a foul on Mo Wagner. What do you think of the 5-year, $224 million deal that could become $269 for Franz? Too much? Just right?
I mean, they got 5 years without the player option, which is important to retain that control when you're Orlando. I thought just giving the Supermax right away was maybe a little excessive. Now, it only matters if he makes third team All-NBA, which is still unlikely. It felt like maybe a little much. I don't know.
Certainly did not have the
The other
shooting
thing, they still had the
year, but yeah, go
opportunity to do. They still had the opportunity to do something similar to what Philadelphia did this year with Tyrese Maxey, taking advantage of a low cap hold. Wagner's wouldn't be as low because he was a higher pick, so it wouldn't be quite as advantageous. But part of me understands why they would just go ahead and lock in for the full 5 years, but it's interesting because he's not quite at the level where this is like an automatic no-brainer decision either.
Yeah. Has raised his scoring each year. His three-point shooting took a serious dip to 28%. Missed both free throws, and there's the newest head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kenny Atkinson. Assistant with the French national team as Albc passes it to Ntilikina.
I believe
Inside
he pronounces it
Batum.
Atkinson.
Excusez-moi. Batum giving the French an 8-point lead. They leave Mo Wagner wide open. Generally not a good idea.
Especially with this slightly shorter international line.
That's for sure. I'm going to post up Lassalle. This time goes over left shoulder.
Wow. They're giving him an
Thought he might
81.
have
I thought he
too.
lifted his pivot pit.
Yeah, let's take another look.
Yeah, those are the kind of battles where Wagner struggles a little bit, where he's trying to lean on a guy and use strength, and he's kind of left at a disadvantage there.
Well, here's officially appearance number 200 for Nando De Colo. As he checks in. Certainly looked like he picked up that pivot foot, Matthias Lassalle. But they'll say 3-point play opportunity. Lassalle winning a EuroLeague championship with Panathinaikos this year.
Crowd here really likes Dennis Schroeder, huh?
Yeah, especially after Saturday. Voigtman
How weird is
open.
that for Mo Wagner to see another guy in his team getting booed and not him? He's usually the guy that's public enemy number one in every
Yeah. Batum
made a lot of
hitting the
friends in
three.
Cleveland this spring. Yeah, Batum's giving him some nice minutes here. And then that's what Franz can do. Just get downhill with those long strides. They need more of that. Now, obviously, it's easier to get to the rim against this France team when it's Lessort playing the 5 and not Rudy Gobert or Wembanyama.
Batum was feeling it there for a while. No Victor Wembanyama today. He is out sick. Imagine it's not that serious. You'd hope at least there's a foul called on Albc. And, all right, another dust-up perhaps between these two.
Little crybaby motion from Batum. All right.
Avec la sortie avec vos applaudissements de Franck Ntilikina. Retour de Bilal Coulibaly pour les Bleus.
Grabbing Schroeder after the whistle here.
Tout le monde.
That's pretty funny.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, can't wait for the one that counts in the group stage.
Yeah, really. I think these teams are developing a healthy distaste for each other already.
Yeah. Another foul. They're going to give continuation there.
Pour la sortie de Nico Batum.
What?
Evan Fournier.
Yeah. Questionable. Foul happened. He missed the shot, put it back, made it in. Made the second attempt.
Numéro 9 pour l'Allemagne. No, maintenant, Germany. Franz Wagner.
DeColo fouled by Voigtman.
La faute personnelle du numéro 7.
The faults are piling up.
Johannes Wutzmann.
Kevin dropping the French word for foul into the combo here.
Yeah. Well,
He's
we'll
so
try
used
give
to
you some
looking at French box
basketball
scores.
lingo.
He just
Yeah,
he
exactly.
just speaks the language now.
Put back dunk, Lasor.
Yeah, they got all out of sorts on that pin down for Fournier. Voigtman was late and didn't really contest the shot, but also still lost track of Lasort, and that left their defense extremely compromised.
Voigtman's second attempt, he'll go to the line.
Lucky to get out of that with a foul call. Schroeder had a wide open lane to the rim and made the pocket pass anyway.
Yeah. So another look at the putback jam. 18 points for the Germans, tied for the team lead. Going into these free throw attempts, Franz Wagner and Maodo Lowe. As Voigtman hits the first. How about this stat? Brian Myers shooting this one over to us. Franz Wagner, one of two players in the last 20 years to shoot 85% or better from the foul line or 30% or worse from three. Minimum 3 makes per game. And the other one is another guy who used to play for the Magic, Terrence Ross.
And he did it while playing for the Magic. 29.2 and 86.2. So pretty interesting, but I don't know what's going on in the air in Orlando.
Yeah. Koulibaly missing. Lasor, another offensive rebound. So this might be their small ball lineup, but yeah, he's killing them on the glass.
He's wearing these guys out. What's happening is they're getting switched on these pin downs, and then Isaac Bonga is being left to contest with Lasort. Doesn't have the strength to deal with him, and is getting overwhelmed.
First foul on Bonga. Former Laker, Wizard, Raptor. DeColo. Deep contested three. Fournier avec la planche. Banks it in.
I did not hear him call avec la planche.
Me neither. And one for Voigtman.
You can see how much easier things have been in pick and roll for Germany since Schroeder came back in. They've been able to slice up this defense a little, get downhill, get to the rim.
Schroeder, another year left on his contract with the Brooklyn Nets. At the end of this season coming up, he will become a $100 million man in the NBA as far as total wages earned as an NBA player.
And I would say it is highly likely that he finishes this year with another team besides the Brooklyn Nets.
Okay, yeah. I was just going to ask you what you think a long-term future is for Dennis Schroeder, a couple years down the road.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be – the Nets are positioning themselves for the 25 draft, shall we say. So I think he will be gone by the trade deadline.
Koulibaly on the putback. Washington Wizard makes it a 10-point France lead. Strazel, the faute personnel, and that'll be free throws for Germany. They are in the bonus.
And as always in France, they play Depeche Mode when the other team goes in the bonus.
I like that. Franz hitting the first. Gives him 7 points in this game. And there's Niels Giffey. Haven't seen him yet today. John was mentioning
Former
him
Memphis
earlier.
Grizzlies Summer League legend.
Number 9, Germany.
Was that a John Hollinger call to put Niels Gefile on the Memphis Grizzlies Summer League team?
I can't actually remember how we ended up with him on our summer league team. But that was the year we won the Orlando Summer League, though. One of the last incarnations of the Orlando Summer League.
RIP. I know some teams preferred playing in Orlando.
Yeah, because it was closed off, so it was nice. It was kind of just about the basketball.
Koulibaly with a nice move. 6 points.
That's the
for
type
Bilal.
of thing that gets you excited if you're a Wizards fan. Just that, that ability to attack the rim, just long strides. He's at the basket so quickly. That's a tough thing to teach.
Let's see if Opes can get going. That wasn't close.
More like oops on that one, right?
Koulibaly
There
again.
you go. Koulibaly, yeah. Isak Bonga is struggling here on defense in a battle of past and present Wizards small forwards.
We will take the timeout. Wizard on Wizard crime. It's a 12-point lead for the French here on the NBA app and NBA YouTube. Lead for France over Germany, and Bilal Koulibaly, John, really stepping up as of late. 3 dunks in the last couple of minutes, and he's got 8 points.
Yeah, 4 for 4 on 2-point shots today. So he's helping this team. Second leading scorer behind Fournier right now, and I think an exciting time if you're a French fan or a Wizards fan.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, French connection there. Of course, Alex Sarr, the number 2 pick, will join his countrymen in the United States nation capital. 3 good. And that's Voigtman.
Little inside-out action there. That was interesting. Again,
Voigtman
try to pull
years ago
Gobert
shot-
away from the rim.
Voigtman 41% from 3 a couple of years ago with CSKA Moscow, a EuroLeague team. Plays with Milan now, alongside Mauro Lowe in Italy. They're also in EuroLeague. To the hoop with the left, Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, and you can see they got Gobert out of the middle, and then it was Schroeder one-on-one against Fournier, and he had a clear advantage. And France is going to call timeout and talk about it.
Well, we will keep it here on this timeout for the French. 37-30, Germany making some inroads here, and you mentioned it a little while ago that this German offense is looking a lot better with Dennis Schroeder on the floor, John.
Yeah, I mean, you can see in this second quarter, they already have 19 points, and it's either Schroeder's been able to get to the rim, or he's been able to set up somebody else to get to the rim, or they've been able to play inside out and get some threes shooting that way. And I think it's still, for Germany, gets back to what we've seen the last couple possessions is getting Rudy Gobert away from the rim somehow so that they have these lanes to operate, whether it's operating a high pick and roll, whether it's having Voigtman above the 3-point line, out on the wing or in the corner. Now, there are tactics France can do. They can always go to a zone if they want to keep Gobert near the rim. They can switch defenders maybe and put Gobert on somebody other than Voigtman and kind of cross match that way and try to confuse Germany. So they still have some options here, but it's been interesting tactically to see what Germany's done in this second quarter.
So Koulibaly will get back out there. Looks like Rudy Gobert will be out on the floor. Now the Vincent Collet timeout, former head coach of Wembanyama and Metz 92. There's Evan Fournier. And Mathieu
Again, the other
Strazel.
little element of this, the chess match a little bit is how much of your hand do you want to tip before you play in the game that actually means something in a couple weeks.
Yeah, that is the other element to this friendly, this second friendly between France and Germany. 24-point win for France, 90-66 on Saturday. Up 7 here. Strazel strong to the hole. Voigtman the rebound.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to get a foul call there, and the ref wasn't buying what he was selling.
Bonga looking to post up. DeColo, physical battle there.
Right?
Inside Giffey, blocked by Gobert.
That was pretty impressive because Gobert was out at the three-point line again, and he just came back down and smacked it.
Yeah, great recovery from Rudy. 5 to shoot. Giffey.
That was a mistake by France's defense, too. He just gave him a wide-open three out of an inbound pass.
And Giffey, 39% three-point shooter with Bayern Munich this past season. Gobert. Backing down Voigtman. Fading away. Post up Rudy. Going to work.
Six dribbles into a 15-foot turnaround jumper. I would say we've seen that 0 times in the last half decade in the NBA.
Hey, Finchy, you want to put that one in the playbook for Minnesota next year? That's a nice screen there for Fournier. Pull up from the foul line.
Yeah, tough trip the other way for Germany. Bonga had a wide open three from the corner and hit off the side of the backboard. Now Schroeder gets another one going.
Makes it a 6-point game. And a whistle.
Another timeout by France.
It might be. You get a couple of timeouts per half. And so I think maybe doing the old use it or lose it here, but there's the replay of the Gobert post up leading to the Schroeder three. We got ourselves a 6-point game. What if you're Vincent Collet here? You got that dry erase board in front of you. What would you be drawing up?
I think they've had a lot of trouble with these pin down sequences with Fournier. Now he's not in the game right now, but they've also run similar stuff for Batum. So I'm wondering if that could be an option for him. Otherwise, I think you're trying to get something that gets you with Gobert going straight downhill and using his size advantage. They haven't really tried to get him going on lobs. I don't know if it just hasn't been there, that dive. But if they can open up that middle and try and take advantage of that, I think that's much more productive than just hitting him in a post up against the other team's center.
Yeah. Let's see what they decide to do. This was earlier in the second quarter. Koulibaly up to 8 points. He averaged just about 8 points per game with the Washington Wizards this year. And then the threes have been really falling pretty well here for Germany. 5 of 13, 39%, much better than their 7 of 34 showing on Saturday from bonus distance. Germany going to pick up full court here out of the timeout. Gobert with it up top. DeColo.
Kratzer back in the game.
And he keeps Gobert off the glass.
Yeah, and you can see he just stayed with Gobert the whole time. They were not going to give up that lob. They let DeColo get all the way downhill.
Giffey on the escape dribble triple rattling out. Rudy the rebound and then throws it away. Wagner over Gobert.
That's a nice finish and a bad turnover in the backcourt by France. good activity by Kratzer to get a deflection there and force that.
And you can see Gobert tapping his chest saying, my bad. Coulibaly looking inside, another deflection from Kratzer, and it's Schroeder off to the races, lays it in. We got a 2-point game.
And the mistake there for Coulibaly, he tried to just throw a direct pass to Gobert instead of trying to hit the lob. That time the lob was open, and he tried to make a direct pass, and it got deflected.
Well, it's a 12-2 run for Germany, and
Great
perhaps
pressure.
more. Oh, and the drop-off for Franz Wagner. We're tied up.
We are tied.
And then an inbounds violation?
Inbound violation. Wow.
Oh. France coming
With the
apart at the
clock running
seams here at
down.
the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, what's so funny is Schroeder took a little bit of extra time off the clock there by waiting to hand it off to Wagner, which he thought, I think, was taken away from France, and it turned out to take it away from Germany because they made that inbound violation. Misses the long shot at the buzzer, but yeah, we are tied after France totally dominated the opening minutes of this game. What a rally by Germany.
Yeah, Germany scored 2 points in like the first 6.5 minutes of the.
I'm trying to look here and see if we have any lineup changes for the second half. It looks like that might be Yabusele out there based on the headband that I'm seeing, who might be in for Batum, who has 3 fouls.
Let's see if they give us a better. Yeah, you're right. Yabusele in there for Nico Batum. Good catch.
Is he in there? Yeah, because that's Gobert in the back there. So, yeah.
Yep. So Batum will start the second half on the bench due to that foul trouble. And here's Schroeder, and we
It
are
looks like
underway.
Mo Wagner with his 3 fouls is playing to start this half.
Yep. He is out there to start the second. It's Franz. 13 in the first half for him. Give him 15.
That was a tough shot, too. Cordinier actually did a nice job, cut off his driving angle. He couldn't really get all the way to the rim because Gobert was sitting right there. Just made a tough shot. You just kind of tip your hat and run back on defense if he's going to make that. And Germany has his first lead, right?
Yeah, first lead of the
2-0?
game.
Or is that their 1st lead? Yeah.
I think it's their first lead. I'm pretty sure. It was 3-2, but yeah, because Strazel hit the step back 3, then they got a layup, or they got free throws, I should say, because they didn't have a 2-point field goal in the first quarter. Coulibaly to the
Nice
line.
little give and go.
What'd you make of his rookie season, Coulibaly, John?
I think it's a platform, right? He was neither unbelievably awesome nor was he destructively bad, right? He went out there, he was able to play rotation minutes capably for a team that wasn't very good. And that's kind of the building block for whatever is going to be next for him. And so really what matters is where he can take his game from here. Can he improve his feel as a ball handler? Can he improve his outside shot to the point that teams are genuinely scared of leaving him open out there? We've seen some of the athleticism even in this game where he can get going downhill to the basket and get on top of the rim and get easy 2s that way. Can he expand his game into other facets as he grows older? He was very young when he was drafted as a teenager, and so where the real key is not like what he did last year, it's where he goes from here. Step back 3 from Franz. I don't know if they got a piece of that or if that was just woefully short.
Either way, shot clock violation. Follow up on John's point on Coulibaly, 8.4 points, 4.1 rebounds, 1.8 assists on 44, 35, 70 shooting splits for the Rising Star participant, Bilal Coulibaly.
Interesting. It looks like they switched the matchup to put Obst on Strazel, and they have Schroeder on Coulibaly now.
Yeah, Schroeder guarded Koulibaly that opening possession as well, and then forces a turnover. Fans chanting defense, défense.
And you can see Strazel tried to hit a lob to Gobert there, and the Germans are not leaving Gobert. On those pick and rolls, they're just letting the guards do whatever. They are not leaving Gobert.
Schroeder dropping it off for Mo Wagner.
That was nifty because he was able to catch Gobert out of position enough to generate a layup, and that is not easily done.
This is an extended 18-3 run for Germany. Inside Gobert fouled, and they're going to say in the act.
Like that is on Franz, not on Mo. That's
Again,
the first basket
John
for Mo
mentioned-
Wagner as well.
As John mentioned earlier, Mo Wagner with those 3 fouls in the first half. Rudy to the line. 3 points, 6 rebounds, an assist, and a block for the Defensive Player of the Year. .64% foul shooter each of his 2 years in Minnesota. For his NBA career, also 64%. Goes 1 for 2. Schroeder pull up. And Wagner draws a foul.
They got Gobert on that, yeah.
So I think that'll be the second on Rudy. And Lesor comes in for him.
Wow. I think that is the type of substitution you only see in a game that doesn't count. Right?
Yes.
Where they're taking
Yeah.
Gobert off the floor 2 minutes into the half.
Yep. Wagner off the catch.
Yeah, they got a switch and a bad size mismatch.
17 for Franz, and the lead is 4. Largest lead of the game for Germany, and a chance to expand it here. No, oh, given back to Koulibaly, stripped
Great
by
hands,
Schroeder.
Great hands, yeah. Mo Wagner got the initial steal and then from his back tried to roll it to Schroeder and kind of missed him and threw it straight to Koulibaly, and it looked like he'd have an easy shot at the rim. But when that pesky guard is there, you got to kind of bring the ball around and up to the side and don't just bring it straight up in front of your body and let him get his hand in there and strip it.
No more than 2.5 gone by here in the third quarter. Lesor didn't realize how
They
much
just
time was
lost
left
track
on the
of shot
clock.
Yep.
Man, it has been rough going for France. Really, the last 7 minutes of basketball action, they have one made field goal. It was 37-25 with 4:05 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, this is a 20-4 German run now.
Schroeder dancing inside, make it a 22-4 run.
That's just a terrible gamble by Lesort on trying to intercept that pass into Wagner. And that once he didn't get it, it was a dunk.
Lead up to 6 for Germany. Strazel gets a good look. That's much needed for the French.
That's really nice. Pull up 3 off the dribble there.
And Schroeder given that one.
Yeah, and that was a mix-up by France, too. They were lucky to get away with no points on that.
Codigny posting up Lesor. Draws a double, steps through. Good ball movement here. Koulibaly, float game on point.
Yeah, that was nice. Once he realized Voigtman was isolated on him, he went ahead and went to work. I thought he could have done more with that first touch. I didn't think he quite had his hands and feet ready. That second time when it came back to him, he was ready to go.
We got ourselves a 1-point ball game. 5 straight for France. Schroeder. Oh, the reverse.
That was nasty. Yeah. How he sized up the big, slowed down his step, and then went to the reverse to take away the shot blocker. That was some beautiful stuff there.
Lesor inside on Mo Wagner. Double comes. Yabusele fouled. 2 on the timer, too.
Pour l'équipe de France, Franck Ntilikina de retour. Et la sortie avec vos applaudissements de Mathieu Strazel. Sortie également de Bilal Koulibaly. Et retour en
Yeah, you can see it's amazing how much easier offense has become in the non-Gobert minutes for this German team. And
Yeah.
doubly so given that Wembanyama isn't here either today.
Yep. I mean, that is quite the 1-2 punch to have down low. And in a game where there is no defensive 3 seconds, you can knock the ball off the rim. Those are a couple of guys you want hanging around the rim defensively as France turns it over. Ntilikina with the bad pass. Good catch. Voigtman into the game and into the book in the third quarter.
Yeah, and that was him operating inside rather than operating at the three-point line where we've seen him for most of today.
Stretch 5 for Germany. Ntilikina. Touch pass back to him. Driving with the left to Vic Lefortin. 1. It's Frank Ntilikina with the bucket.
And I believe that might be Mo Wagner's 4th foul. Let's see who they got with this. Yeah,
Imagine
Mo Wagner
it'd be
tried
on
to step
Mo.
in late. Yeah, tried to step in late and take the charge. A play that Orlando Magic fans will be deeply familiar with, and is whistled for the foul.
And again, in FIBA, it's 5 and you're out. So Mo is in serious foul trouble and is taking a seat on the Gordon Herbert bench.
Looks like Kratzer is in for him.
Kratzer did a nice job defensively, got some deflections, didn't let Gobert get comfortable. He plays professionally in France with Paris basketball. Franz on the step back. And Kratzer tried to keep it alive.
Good scouting
Fournier,
report defense
runner.
by Batum on Wagner. Took away his driving angle, made him shoot the 3 off the dribble, which is not the shot he's comfortable with.
Franz missing another one. Wide base there on that rebound from Lesor. Inside, Yabusele turns and tips it in.
That's the FIBA basket interference, which is allowed.
Yep.
He tipped in the ball that was still sitting on the rim.
Would you like that rule in the NBA?
I would. I just think it makes life easier for the officials. Take something, we add stuff to their plate every year. Take something off of it. Make the game easier for them to officiate.
I agree. Also adds
I
an
don't know what
element of
Fournier's
excitement to the
complaining
game.
about.
Yeah, it's a foul.
Clear foul, and he's throwing his hands up like, what? Come on, man.
I think that's just a knee-jerk reaction almost at this point when you get a foul called on you and you're almost expected to complain.
Yeah.
There's Oscar da Silva in for Voigtman. Da Silva played at Stanford for 4 years, Pac-12 Scholar Athlete of the Year, worked in a stem cell research lab. Schroeder making the first of 2. Schroeder will be entering year number 12 in the NBA from the former number 17 overall pick of the Atlanta Hawks in 2013. 1 for 2.
Tout le monde.
Back to Ntilikina. Oh, and he missed the
goodness.
dunk.
It looked like he got undercut a little by Schroeder, but the refs didn't see it that way. And then Schroeder hits a three and does a little dance in front of the French bench. That was interesting. That was a great little give and go play. The French ran though,
Yeah.
and then Ntilikina just completely blew the finish.
Definition of a 5-point swing right there. Could have been tied. They're down 5, and Lesor sent to the deck by Kratzer. The fans getting a little worked up here in Montpellier. Sporting tap from Schroeder to Lesor as he goes to the bench. And Maudo low in. Good stint from Schroeder. Maudo low, his replacement. His mother, Elvira Bach, is a renowned German postmodernist painter and sculptor. His father, a couscous farmer from Senegal. So, with one more. And the lead back to 4.
And this is going to be interesting. That second line backcourt here, a lot harder to get into their offense here. You see Lowe and De Silva playing hot potato with the ball, struggling with the French pressure here.
De Silva breaks the paint, gets it back, runs into resistance. Low step back. Laser beam is short.
Yeah, that one was 10 feet 1 inch above the floor the whole way.
Fournier, escape dribble. Oh, falling out of bounds almost.
Again, they've had so much trouble with Lesort on the glass. That is, what, 11, 12 offensive rebounds now for the French? Looks like I'm
think that's
not sure if
12.
my box score updated. Yeah.
Avec un temps mort demandé par l'Allemagne. Si on est bien à Montpellier ce soir.
Lesor himself, I believe that was his 3rd offensive rebound as we have a timeout. French have had their chances. They're in the bonus. They're 7 of 15 from the foul line.
Yeah, pretty rough here. 1 for 4 from Lesort included in that. Make it 1 for 5.
5 now. Leaving a lot of points out there. Germany 9 of 12, taking care of their opportunities. Sakbanga in. Number 39
that
overall
post
pick in
up,
2018.
the French were on to it. That post up for Bonga is a fake post up. It's a split cut off the ball. It's just designed for him to pass it from there.
Plus fort. Plus fort.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever seen Itzhak Bonga crab dribble in my life.
They ran that out of a timeout in the first half and got a 3-pointer for Voigtman, but he is not in the game right now.
Yabusele taking matters into his own hands. Give him 8.
Yeah, there's an
Tie
all-bench
game at the
lineup
half.
for Germany.
Nick Weiler-Babb with it. Bonga baseline. Follow there from De Silva.
Oscar Da Silva.
Yeah.
Et là-dessus, encore une fois, vous m'envoyez un lait bleu très fort.
Good save there, because that reverse layup missed by a considerable margin.
Yeah. Bad pass, Lesor.
La rotation pour l'équipe de France avec la sortie sous vos applaudissements.
They've actually had a pretty clean game that way. Not too many turnovers for a. Sometimes these preliminary international games, when everyone's figuring out the international rules and shaking off the rust a little bit, can get pretty sloppy that way. But this one's been pretty clean so far.
Yeah, turnover numbers not egregious for this stage of the game. Both teams under 13 giveaways, as that'll be the last foul to give for France. "57 seconds left here in the third quarter. Weiler-Babb. Make that Maudo low, excuse me. Crossover. Nice head fake, but misses.
Yeah. Yeah, Koulibaly's got to keep his feet there. He had him shut down, and then he went for a pretty mild shot fake, I thought, and right off his feet on it.
Lassalle doubled. Fournier, 4 to shoot. And good defense, Kratzer again.
Stand. I thought
Shot
bringing the
clock
double
off
team
for-
on the first. I thought bringing that double on the first Lessort post up was a little excessive, but it worked out. They didn't give up anything from it.
They've been doubling the post a lot. Maudo low on the step back. And that'll do it for the third quarter. 6-point lead for Germany, 59-53. They've really turned the tables on the French. Down 12 late second quarter, up 6 as we head to the final 10 minutes of regulation here on the NBA app and NBA YouTube.
Talked a lot about them being able to get the floor more open and get downhill more easily, but they've also tightened things up at the defensive end. They got hurt really badly in the offensive glass in the first half. It's been much less of an issue in the third quarter, where they only gave up 14 points. And really interested to see how France can respond here.
They have the ball to start the fourth. It's Ntilikina running the point.
It's still an
Batum.
all-bench unit for Germany out here.
Gobert, Koulibaly, Nando De Colo, the 5 for France. Going up against Bonga, De Silva, Kratzer, Lowe, and Weiler-Babb. Shot missed inside. They'll go out of bounds to the French. The Germans not too happy.
That's the first missed shot by Koulibaly. It looked like he had a pretty good look at it, too. Just way overshot it.
He had hit his first 5 two-point attempts. Batum off the side of the backboard.
He's working against a
little
low
more
clock
time.
there. That's why he heaved that.
Yeah. Low on the drive. Foul on the floor.
I tell you, he's been a problem. He's given them some nice minutes with this second group.
Okay.
And he's a EuroLeague player, and he has been one for quite some time. Before Milan, he was with Alba Berlin and Bayern Munich before that. And his last 6 years of professional ball have been at the EuroLeague level. Low. 3, given space, but can't make him pay. De Colo. Weiler-Babb really crowding into him. Koulibaly.
That's the shot he
There, the
needs.
rebound. Yep.
Didn't really have his feet under him on that one, it looked like.
And 35% from 3 this year with Washington, which is slightly below league average. De Colo to Ntilikina. Bonga pushing, full steam ahead. Bowls over De Colo, a blocking foul to call.
Wow. I thought that was going to go the other way. Bonga was completely out of control.
And De Colo looked like he had set up shot. Let's see.
Well, maybe not. Kind of caught the outside of the leg a little bit.
La rotation
Yeah.
de France. avec s'il vous plaît
I think on replay it appears to be a better call than initially thought on our end.
Énergie pour le retour en jeu de Mathieu Strazel.
Strazel back in for France. Off a screen, Lowe gets open and drills it.
That was too easy, and Collet's going to call a timeout right away.
Game high 9-point edge for Germany, up 62-53 on France. We'll take a timeout, come back with the rest of the fourth quarter after this on NBA YouTube and the app.
Among other destinations. I got to rep Atlanta anytime I can.
There you go. There's an Atlanta Hawk, former Atlanta Hawk, Dennis Schroeder.
They're all over today.
Yeah. Speaking of another Atlanta Hawk, Zachary Risacher, not on the French national team, but this French national team is going to be formidable for years to come as Strazel lobs it up for Gobert. Oh, he couldn't cock it back in. And Koulibaly missed everything. De Silva backing down the smaller Strazel, picks his pocket, but stays with Germany.
Nice stand by Strazel there.
Bonga missing. De Silva, no. Chance to get out on the break for France. And a foul.
That was a professional foul right there.
Yeah.
To
that was
upset a 5-on-4 situation that the French had.
And just thinking that myself, John, not like a good way to not take a transition take foul, if you will.
Exactly.
Strazel gets it back. He's hit a couple of threes. Looking for Cordinier. Oh, big bucket for Cordinier. He's been largely silent in this one.
I think they were almost surprised that he shot that. The defender just had his hand down.
That gets France to within 6.
You can see with Kratzer out there, he's not a shooting threat. Gobert can just hang out at the rim. Really makes it tough for Germany to operate, and they were 1 second away from a shot clock violation. I think they got a foul on Strazel there with a little too much forearm.
Yeah, very fortunate whistle for the Germans. That's the benefit you were talking about there with Kratzer out there and Gobert just patrolling the paint of no defensive 3 seconds. He can just stay planted there. Mato Lowe gets a pick. Over Gobert and through. Mato Lowe again.
Nice floater, and what he did, he set up, once he turned the corner on the pick and roll, he set up Gobert to make it think he was going to try to get to the far side of the rim and extend past him, which would have been certain swattage if he had tried that. But once he got Gobert moving that way, the quick crossover into a quick floater to beat him.
Strazel, another 3. He's 3 for 5 from downtown. He's got 9 points.
Great job by Rudy Gobert flipping the screen, and then the guard was dead on the second dribble when he came past the screen because Gobert picked him off. And Kratzer isn't going to be able to get out to the three-point line to stop that.
Cordinier just knocked that off Schroeder out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a tough mistake right there.
Yeah, goes off his thigh or just above his knee. Cordinier, a couple good plays here late. And again, Mo Wagner, 4 fouls. 5 is the limit. A lob to Rudy Gobert's
They're gonna keep
father.
trying till they get one.
I mean,
could Wembanyama have gotten that one with a ladder?
yeah, I don't think so. If Rudy was 12 feet tall, maybe.
It's a good hard double there by Batum. If you're going to go to the trouble of doubling Voigtman, who had the smaller Strazel on him, go hard and really put some pressure on him, make it tough for him, and that's what he did there, and Voigtman fumbled it out of bounds.
A 5-point game. France right there. That was the turnover number, 14 for France, 13 for Germany. Batum to Fournier. Batum hits it. 2-point game.
That was a nice setup. They used Batum as the screener rather than Gobert. So he got his short roll, kicked it out, and then did the Steph Curry relocation. Not quite as fast as Steph does it, but he got back out to the 3-point line, and they kind of lost track of him. Easy 3 for Batum.
Well, it was a 9-point game, down to 2. What have you liked better from the French these last couple of minutes, John?
Just seem a little more organized and intentional. They've been able to get loose from the 3-point line. I think Gobert's screening has been a real factor, and I think they've tightened things up. At the same time, at the defensive end, you can see Cordinier forced the 1 turnover. Obviously, he made the 3. France at one point in this game was 6 for 24 from 3. They've hit 2 of their last 3. That always helps. But I think it's been more of a soup. Players who are in his subs both have scored double figures in this game.
Low with 13 for Germany, and Dennis Schroeder will bring it up as we resume action midway through the 4th. Cordinier guarding him. And a foul.
Another good job there. He's done a nice job making Schroeder work. I mean, a little bit of a bump there, but Schroeder also completely lost that ball.
Now, the French have to be careful. That was their last foul to give. Germany be shooting freebies from here on out. Crossover into a 3 for Maodo Lo. His night continues.
Yeah, Strazel might have been a mistake there. It looked like he went under the screen. I'm not really sure that's what he was supposed to do.
Batum can't get it back. And Mo Wagner the rebound.
Yeah, Batum's had a pretty easy time running away from Mo Wagner here these last couple trips. I think France is going to keep going to that.
Ooh, the step through. Mo smoked it. Strazel draws the blocking foul on Maodo Lo. Wagner wants that one back.
Yeah, that was an interesting pivot move that I'm not sure that was NBA legal, but I think it was international legal.
You see the look on Mo's face. Voigtman and Bonga in now for Germany. Pick and pop. Fournier, 3. And Schroeder let it go out.
It looks like they put in Bonga to switch that pick and roll with Batum rather than hedge it the way they were with Mo Wagner when Batum was getting open on that.
Mostly everyone standing here in Montpellier waving their French flags. Inside 4 minutes now. Late clock for Lowe. Schroeder blocked by Cordinier. Great recovery. That's a shot clock violation.
That's an incredible play by Cordinier because he took away the step back from Lowe. He came all the way across the court to take that away and still got back in time to block that shot. by Schroeder. Now, Schroeder took a little bit too long on his windup, but still, that's an incredible play by Cordinier. That's a travel.
Gobert, a little, yep, a marche on Gobert. Ball back to Germany.
Et là-dessus, on va constat sur une défense très très forte, public de Montpellier pour l'équipe de France. Les gars ont vraiment besoin de vous. Maintenant, défense.
France has been
like they
stuck
took-
on 62.
Yeah, they took Franz Wagner off the court, it looks like. Put
Yeah.
Mo in for him.
Voigtman setting some screens. He's got it. Has a size mismatch. Elevates over Strazel, but misses. Strazel blows past Voigtman. Knocked out of there. Saved. Pinballing around. Germany's got it.
Yeah, you didn't really like that trip for Germany because Voigtman had a size advantage, but he's trying to back him down from the three-point line, which it's just too hard to get all the way down into the paint when you start that far out.
There's Schroeder. Scoop to the hoop. Missed it in the missed tip jam. And you can't hang on the rim.
That is basket interference both in the NBA and FIBA ball. So, correct call.
Oh, Germany's got to be kicking themselves there. Golden opportunity to go up 7. Ooh. You also pretty sure you can't do that, what Voigtman did. Like, it has to get to the rim first.
I can't tell if the ball was past the rim or not. Yeah, that was very close right there. I couldn't tell also if Lowe got a piece of that shot or not.
Yeah. 5-point lead. Stays with France. 9 to shoot.
Hands. Good hands by Bonga, yeah.
Batum for 3. Big shot, Nicola Batum.
Yeah, not really the guy you want to leave open there. I'm not sure how that happened.
11 points for Batum. Wagner fouled, and he'll shoot 2.
Is that a Voigtman-Wagner pick and roll, or did I lose my mind just now?
Let's see. Oh, yes, indeed.
It was a nice little dish by Voigtman, seeing Wagner make that cut. Yeah, Franz Wagner is still out of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if they just want to cap him at 20 minutes today or what's going on there. I mean, he has 17 points. He's been, either him or Schroeder has been their best player.
That would be my guess, is that he's capped. 1 and 2 free throwing. I don't remember him getting hurt or anything.
So 3-point game here now. We have no Gobert on the floor as well.
Batum for the tie.
Wow.
That's off Cordinier. Or not. Off Voigtman.
Ok, temps mort devant les France. Les joueurs d'équipe de France.
Timeout called.
France here?
Sur ce temps mort, que les 9000
Buck 35 to go. Kevin Dan and John Hollinger with you. All right, you're down 3, minute 35 to go if you're France. Assuming they got the 5 on the floor that they're going to return with the same 5 on the floor.
Australia, Canada, and Greece. I mean, Spain is not what they once were, but that's still a good team. Greece, obviously, you have several European stars as well. Australia has a lot of NBA players on their team. Maybe not the type of stars you're used to seeing, but definitely some good players led by Josh Giddey, the new Chicago Bull. So they'll be tough as well.
All right, back to action. Let's see what Vincent Collet drew up.
Looked like they were trying to get Fournier in the corner right off of the inbound pass.
Strazel for the tie. In and out. And Lassalle the rebound. Another offensive rebound.
Yeah, when they get the switch and Voigtman is out on the guard, Bonga has not been able to handle Lesort under the basket at all. I think you live with that shot if you're France. I mean, you had Strazel working against a 7-foot center, shake and bake and pull up 3 for the tie.
Batum. There's Fournier. Nice wraparound and a foul. 2 free throws for Lesor, so not the worst thing from a German perspective.
Yeah,
Matthias
he's 1 for
Lesor
5.
has really struggled. Yep.
1 for 5 from the line tonight, and France is a team 7 of 16 from the stripe. I mean, this is basically the difference in the game right now.
Yep, they're 7 of 16. Germany 10 of 14. Low back in. That doesn't count.
All right.
Bringing Koulibaly back in. Maybe a little offense defense here for France.
Cruel twist.
Yeah, so this one will count. Oh. Cold world. Surely mental at this point.
Missed them both. 1 for 7. Yeah, Koulibaly came in for Fournier, who they have hunted at times.
Posting up
That
Mo
is an
Wagner.
offensive foul, and that is 5.
Yeah, he's done. What'd you think?
I think that's probably the right call. I think got the chicken wing up.
Well, Mo Wagner's day is done. 5 points in 17 minutes.
Interesting sub coming here now.
Strazel.
Looks like they went with De Silva.
And he's guarding Batum.
Gets
De
the
Silva,
block
big
on Batum.
block. 5 to shoot. Fournier to beat the shot clock.
Wow.
No good.
He ended up with a
It'll
pretty
stay
good
with
look
France.
for the tie there. Bonga got off balance and kind of overran him.
They're
33
going
seconds
to
here. I think we
review
might have
this.
a replay review to see whose ball this is. They awarded it to
Yeah.
France.
Yes, we need to review then the last play. Who touched the ball last?
All right, let's see.
Okay, can
I
we have
think
the
that might be off Strazel.
That is what I think as well.
Look at his right hand.
Yeah, his
Tipping it
his right
away
hand
from
comes in
Lowe.
and hits it off of Lowe's hand. Yeah. So,
Shot clock 24. Yep.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what they
you can
said.
hear them saying white ball. Yeah.
So that'll leave a 9-second difference between shot and game clock. France does not need to foul here.
Yeah, this is tough because you technically don't need to foul, but getting a 3 when the other team knows that you're trying to get a 3 is pretty challenging.
Yeah. So would you foul?
I'm trying to see if there's somebody out there who is an obvious foul target. Germany's got pretty good foul shooters out there.
Get it across the timeline. Looks like France is going to
Looks
play
like-
this straight up.
Yeah. Now remember, you can't get a timeout when you call the rebound. You got to play.
You have to play. Well,
But if you
that's
give
not
up
the
an
foul
and
they
one-
wanted to give. The worst of both worlds for France.
Yes.
Koulibaly swiping down on the arm of Schroeder. who's been having fun with the French bench and crowd all game long.
Capitaine allemand, Dennis Schroeder.
And a
They
full
just called a T
technique.
on Schroeder.
Yeah.
I think they just called a taunting tech on him.
I think you're right, John.
Attention allemand, substitution Germany. Nick Vedder. Retour.
Explain the situation
I
to
think
him.
they're saying that they're wiping away his and one. Like, he doesn't shoot the one and they don't shoot the tech because they offset each other, and they're just play ball, France ball,
Okay, yep,
which is different from how
That's-
they would do it in the NBA.
exactly. All right, so 14 seconds to get 5 points at least here for France. Both teams with one timeout remaining. Cordinier to the hoop. Wiped
Great
off the
job by
rim
De Silva.
by De Silva.
The FIBA goaltend,
And that'll do
that's
it.
going to be a wrap.
Hey, your final score, 70-65. Germany gets the win. They get the split with France. A 5-point win here in Montpellier for Germany. Well, we'll take a timeout, come on back, and wrap things up. Hard-fought win here for the Germans.